episode of BoomJamGaming with Deus Ex. Give me a moment, I'm finishing some soup. Of course. Give me 1 second. Hello? Hi, who's this? Alan doesn't have his number. I love getting calls that aren't for me during my stream. Like, I have no choice but to answer them. Because, like, I'm expecting a few important phone calls. Ugh. Okay. Anyway. Give me 2 seconds to get everything set up. Y'all know the drill. Oh, and I'll be back in just 1 second. How are you? I see. I'm sorry you had a bad start to the morning. Whew, it's very warm in this room today. Yesterday it was so cold. Granted, I just ate hot soup, but like, I don't think that would do it. I sort of made an egg in it. What it was, I cracked the egg, I put it in the cup, and then I poured the hot water over it. And the hot water had been warmed up by a coffee maker, so it was definitely hotter than it would come out the faucet. No, they haven't taken the fans yet. I think they might be coming tomorrow for that. Lasman feels his location is no longer secure. He's planning to move down below. I heard some of the team talking about a safe spot in sewers. The situation getting tense. I'm afraid they're onto me. I caught one of them poking through my shit. Can you move in and take these guys down? We need to get me out of here. Okay. Whatever. You know, the whole ordeal is still weighing on me. Sewers at. I'll get to the sewers in a moment. I've got other places to visit. I hope you're right. It's just... the real stress comes from the kitchen being demolished, you know? Not being able to cook. Not being able to clean anything. Good thing I had just done laundry, I guess.
Mr. Jensen, right? Thank you for your time. I am Meng Yao, an associate of Mr. Darrow's. I'm in charge of one of his divisions here in Hengsha. You come highly recommended.
Really?
Your boss described you as a most precious asset. Apparently, you are very efficient and always get the job done. We could definitely use a man like you for this operation.
Let's hope his confidence is well placed then.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Mr. Darrow doesn't trust just anyone. We need you to help us stop a group of terrorists who are threatening the Panchaea project. It is not an easy task. Are you sure you are up to it?
Okay, I'll help out.
Excellent. Here's the situation. It has come to our attention that these terrorists possess highly classified proprietary information about Panchaea. We've been able to convince them to sell it to one of our agents, a man named Lo Fei. The meeting is supposed to take place near the Alice Garden pods in the Daigong district.
And you want me to crash this meeting?
Actually, there will not be a meeting. We are sending you alone to ensure Mr. Fei's safety. The terrorists will not be expecting that, and will have the information with them on a data chip. You have to neutralize all of the sellers and retrieve the chip so you can bring it to me.
I don't get it. If Fei set up the meeting, why risk sending me in his stead? Why doesn't he or even some of your other agents drop in on the sellers and take the chip?
Because Mr. Darrow wants an absolute guarantee that there will be no casualties. We will not play by their rules. We want them arrested and questioned, then properly prosecuted and sentenced. This will require stealth and efficiency.
Good thing I'm stealthy.
That's why a man
Says
with
the
your
man who
particular
just
skills
punched
will
through
be
2 walls to get
indispensable.
Anything else I need to know?
The sellers are expecting Mr. Fei and Mr. Fei alone. If they spot you, they will shoot on sight. Need I point out this might make your job a lot harder?
Story of my life.
I actually didn't mean to walk off this building, but okay.
刚刚在这里洞里找到了我的票，潘奇亚正在招人。
Are you kidding me? Want to move to the Arctic?
不是啦，但他们会免费给我安装新装备。
Don't buy that crap, man. It's indentured slavery. Hugh Darrow pays for your augments, and you spend the rest of your life working on his pet project to pay him back.
不会没完没了的，安装差不多做完了。
The first installation. For this whole global cooling thing to work, Darrow has to build a dozen more in oceans all over the place. Did you read the fine print?
我在电视上听说了，没有注解呀。
I heard it on television, but wasn't television. So I have to find a sewer entrance. Has to be a sewer around here somewhere, right?
"难道没有好人愿意跟我说话吗？滴水之恩，当有人相报。
Hello.
You see what I got?
Hello, friend.
Bye-bye. I see you soon.
That worked. I hope I didn't miss any side quests in that second trip to Detroit. I don't think I did. I just hope I didn't because I'm a completionist.
So rumor has it that Hugh Darrow is going to hold some sort of surprise UN summit in Panchaea.
Really? I wonder what he's gonna say.
All I know is the guys on the top are going to be watching with keen interest.
That's an understatement if I ever heard one. I can't see him supporting a vote for restrictions. The question is, which way do we want the vote to go?
If I knew who was actually in charge of our company, I might be able to help you with that one.
I want to knock those dudes out, but that civilian needs to get out of the fucking way. Let's just hope for the best.
Just get away.
Oh good, it's alright. It's just a little knocked out.
Hey, I know you. You're the one Bell Tower is looking for. I seen your picture.
You got the wrong guy.
What's it worth to you for me to think so? Be a simple thing for me to yell out. Maybe a few credits keep my mouth shut, huh?
How about I find some other way to keep it shut? Permanently.
That won't be necessary. I see now that you're much taller than the man they're looking for.
I thought you might see things that way. Now move it.
Okay, leave me alone. I won't say a word to Bell Tower. Oh God! I never saw you.
Trying to give me a heart attack.
感兴趣吗？
Just get away.
特价。
How did that start?
杀最好的。
All turned around. I need to move around so I can get a better look. Take those two out at the same time. Take him, take him, take him. Okay. Hey. Not as smooth as I was hoping. So probably I should take these guys out in the order I find them, you know? And then I need to get down to the sewers so that I can do the other side quest.
Ma'am, have you seen a heavily augmented white male tonight? Most likely wearing a long coat and dark glasses.
No? What is this all about?
This man is extremely dangerous. If you do see him, don't approach him. Just warn the nearest bell tower officer you can find. We'll handle it from there.
I'll be sure to do that. What is it he's supposed to have done?
That is none of your concern. Move along.
You better watch yourself. Bell tower security all.
She's nice not to just rat me out.
Not the place for you. Get out!
Also not as safe as I wanted. Or as perfect as I wanted. There might be one more trip to Detroit, but there's also the matter of the DLC that's been added to the game. It's actually in the middle of your trip back from Hengsha. Because in the original game, like, he's on that ship for like 2 weeks or whatever, and he mentions that
Ma'am, have you seen a heavily augmented white male tonight? Most likely wearing a long coat and dark glasses.
No. What is this all about?
This man is if you do see him, don't approach him. Just warn the nearest bell tower officer you can find. We'll handle it from there.
I'll be sure to do that. What is it he's supposed to have done?
That is none of your concern. Move on.
and he mentions that something happens on the ship in the beta game. We just don't get to see it. Let me use one of these jars, because expensive though they were, I have several of them and they're taking up a lot of inventory space. This is. Exactly where I was trying to
be. They send you?
If you're talking about your former buddies at Bell Tower, the answer is no.
Wait a minute. You're Jensen, right? I heard that some of my former buddies have been looking for you.
Could be. What's it to you?
When a stranger sojourns with you in your land, you shall not do him wrong.
You've dropped the merc gig to become a man of the cloth?
Hardly. I just have an interest in theology. And I love quoting the book. Everything in it is so evocative. Now, tell me, are you here to stop me?
That I am.
Then perhaps you should reconsider. There are many of us, and only one of you. At this moment, my men and I have no quarrel with you. So you don't have to die for a war that isn't yours.
I said I was here to stop you, not fight you. A friend of yours sent me to convince you to turn yourself in.
Let me guess. Dr. Wing, right? He's a good man. And I know he's only trying to do what he thinks is right. But he doesn't quite grasp the whole picture here.
Then why don't you enlighten me? Start by explaining why you went rogue.
When an average man decides he no longer shares his employer's views and opts to leave, we say he's handing in his resignation. When men like us do the same, it's called going rogue. You can't quit a job like ours, Jensen. You know that.
Yeah, okay, I can relate. But you still haven't answered my question. And what do you mean when you say you no longer share your employer's view?
Back in the US, when I first got into the Army, I did it because I wanted to serve my country. I believed in its values. I believed in its government. Back then, I believed that by serving my government, I was serving the people it was supposed to protect.
Nice sentiment. But you don't work for the US anymore, you work for Bell Tower.
Times change, Jensen. You know the story. Capitalism's final encroachment on one of the most lucrative industries in the history of mankind. War got privatized. The US military offloaded its special operations to PMCs like Blue Water Global and Bell Tower. I believed that as long as they were working for the government, they were serving the same cause. So when they offered me the chance to work on major operations at twice the pay grade, I made my jump.
Why don't we just skip to when things went sour?
Bell Tower outfitted us with top-notch augmentations. The kind of stuff civilians never hear about. Gave us a massive edge over the enemy. Later, seeing as my unit was one of the most successful ones, they selected us for a special program. Top secret, experimental tech. Told us we would get to work on critical black ops for the US government. But there was a price to pay.
Go on.
We had to be implanted with a neural hub that manipulates memory centers in the brain. Basically controlling what you can and cannot remember.
And you agreed to this?
Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are ravenous wolves. The augmentation was supposed to keep us safe, make sure we'd never remember details if we fell behind enemy lines. That was the main function. The second one, the one they didn't tell us about, was to lower our inhibitions. Make us more receptive to orders we'd likely disobey. Bell Tower turned us into the perfect mercs.
If you were so perfect, and the hub made you so perfect, how did it fail? How come they didn't outfit the whole agency?
I told you the tech was experimental. After a couple of ops, I started experiencing memory shifts, remembering bits and fragments of past operations. Slowly, I realized some of these operations couldn't logically have been orchestrated by the government. I was asked to do highly questionable things, even by professional standards.
Aren't we all?
Not like this, Jensen. Our services have been sold to corrupt officials in the American and Chinese governments. A combination of lies and use of the neural aug made sure we complied. We were working for a shadow government. Individuals corrupted by a quest for personal power.
So how'd you get out of it?
I confronted the project director.
Footage was from these guys.
He quoted Apocalypse Now. You have to have men who are moral, and at the same time who are able to utilize their primordial instincts to kill without feeling. I forced him to disconnect the hub, for me and my squad mates here. And then I killed him. I went through his files and contacts. I know who these corrupt men are now. They've turned us into killing machines, and now they'll get to experience their experiment firsthand.
Listen, I have no doubt these men deserve to die. But you can't simply pass judgment on people. Nothing gives you that right. You have to turn yourself in. Play this by the book.
I'm afraid that's impossible. These men I killed, and these men I'm going to kill, they have names, families. Their deaths shouldn't be erased from my memory by some electronic software. They should haunt me, taunt me, until I finally meet our Lord and pay for my sins. But the men behind this, they deserve to die. And I think there's poetry in the fact that they engineered their own demise.
I'm gonna let him do it. Wait. Let's try this.
Listen, nobody here is saying you're wrong to think these men deserve to pay. I agree with you. But make them pay in accordance to the law, not by breaking it.
It's a cute little toy you have there, Jensen. But don't waste your time. Your Cassie won't work on me.
Damn. You know what? I think I'm gonna let him.
I think you're wrong. But I don't think it's my place to try to stop you either. Do what you have to do.
I appreciate that, Jensen. I didn't want you to die for a cause that isn't yours.
I think I made the right choice. Like, those dudes are the protagonist in, like, a different video game, you know what I mean? Like, that's exactly the setup for the protagonist of another game and another story. Not another game in the series, I just mean in general. So who the fuck am I to stop him? Besides, you're gonna take on the Illuminati. Not exactly a fan of the Illuminati. How the hell did I get in here? Found it.
Hey, Jensen. Zelazny here.
Zelazny? How'd you get this frequency?
You're no stranger to top secret augmentations, Jensen. You figure it out. In the meantime, just want to let you know I've contacted some of my old pals at Bell Tower. Got them to reassign a couple of local patrols. You should have a few less problems to deal with for a while.
Thanks.
Don't mention it.
That was actually pretty chill of him. Maybe I made the right choice. Top secret government agents betrayed their own country, now leading a vendetta against the men who turned on them.
Is this the beginning of a complete technological breakdown? Or just another glitch in the system? This is Eliza Kassan, reporting to you live. 让我们进去。
哎，怎么回事嘛？为什么？
So? You have found Zelazny? I cannot stress enough the importance of this task, Mr. Jensen.
I found him.
Really, Mr. Jensen? You have been able to make him understand reason? Will he turn himself in?
It's a long story, Doc. I tracked Zelazny and his men. They were hiding in the sewers. And after talking to him, I decided to let him go.
What? But he is a dangerous man, Mr. Jensen. You should not have done this.
The men Zelazny's after are far more dangerous than he is. His methods are extreme, but I think his cause is justified. To be honest, Doc, I believe what he wants isn't that different from you. An honorable government free of corruption. They could use a man like you.
I had not foreseen such a thing. I don't know, Mr. Jensen. You seem to believe that the end justifies the means, but I don't know. I'll have to think about this. Here is the Praxis kit as promised. Go away.
Italian AD. How many Praxis kits I got right now? 2. Let's see. My lungs are good. That would actually be very nice. More machine than man. Really don't need the stealth enhancer too much, you know what I'm saying? That would be kind of nice. Hey. Do you guys think I should start investing in more batteries?
哎，怎么回事嘛？为什么我们还在这里没有？没错，我要求做手术。
That was a mistake. I pressed that button on accident. It was really funny, though. What's also funny is using the EMP grenade seems to have disrupted my stream resolution a little bit.
哎，怎么回事嘛？为什么我们还在这里没有动呢？
进去。
天哪，那么多人！
Oh fuck. Yeah. See, I've always been able to make do with the 2 batteries by just being relatively patient. My patience just has its limits. There's a good point. I might do batteries next.
You must get that chip back, Mr. Jensen.
You've been working for Darrow a long time. How do you like it?
Working for a powerful man ensures I am trusted with crucial tasks and involved in world-shaping events. It's quite exhilarating. You, of all people, should understand this.
What kind of information are we talking about here? What could people be so eager to sell?
I am not at liberty to say.
Any idea who these sellers are?
Nothing substantial. We have a hunch they might be linked to Taiyong Medical, but the data chip will allow us to know for sure.
How's that?
All of our data chips are encoded with unique IDs and binary signature recognition. This means we'll be able to know exactly where it came from and where it went.
I got the chip. The sellers are out cold.
Excellent work. Seems Mr. Darrow was right to trust you. We will send people to take care of the terrorists. Could I see the chip?
How about you tell me what's on it first?
Blackmail, Mr. Jensen? Don't waste your time. I won't tell you anything. Besides, there are stones better left unturned. Might as well just give me the chip and leave it at that.
I think she's a beta, but I'm not sure.
Look, you're a powerful young woman. You're in a position that warrants your access to classified information. I understand that not everybody should get their hands on this, but I'm like you. I work for a powerful man, and I get entrusted with secret information on a daily basis. Plus, I'm the one who busted his ass getting this chip for you.
I guess your point is not entirely without merit. But understand, this information is extremely confidential. It concerns Panchaea, and more specifically, the Hiron Project.
Hiron Project. Never heard of it.
I'm not surprised. It is a well-guarded secret. But without it, Panchaea could not exist. Such an ambitious project. An installation extending all the way to the ocean floor. The pressure exerted against it is constantly shifting. Yet the slightest defect in structural integrity could bring it all down. That's why we needed something powerful and extremely efficient to monitor it, day and night.
You're saying the Hyron project is some kind of advanced computer?
Yes, I suppose you could say that.
Thank you for your honesty. The information is safe with me, don't worry. Here's your data chip.
Ah, perfect. You don't know what this means, Mr. Jensen. Your help has been invaluable. Thank you. Even though this was a favor for Mr. Darrow, he believes you should be duly rewarded. Here is a payment in credits. I'm sure Mr. Darrow will wish to congratulate you himself. Expect to hear from him soon.
It seems David has a flair for choosing his people, Mr. Jensen. You have done me a great service today.
Glad I could help. Couldn't let information about something as sensitive as the Hyron project get in the hands of the wrong people.
No. No, we couldn't. So, Meng Yao told you about the project, I see.
A little.
I'm afraid words can't do it justice. To fully comprehend the ramifications of what's been created in Panchaea, you'd have to see it for yourself. And who knows? Perhaps one day you will.
I didn't mean to jump down there. Oh, that was really funny. Well, she crumbled quick because Adam is sexy and also has an augmentation that allows him to use fucking pheromones to get what he wants. The fact that he sent someone here without an aug to protect against a Cassie aug is disappointing.
It seems David has a flair for choosing his people, Mr. Jensen. You have done me a great service today.
Glad I could help. Couldn't let information about something as sensitive as the Hyron project get in the hands of the wrong people.
No. No, we couldn't. So, Meng Yao told you about the project, I see.
A little.
I'm afraid words can't do it justice. To fully comprehend the ramifications of what's been created in Panchaea, you'd have to see it for yourself. And who knows? Perhaps one day you will.
It really is. No. I wanted to do the I need to see the range. I've never actually seen the range on my stun attack. Okay, now I know. And I'm slightly disappointed. But it's alright. I got other ways to make this happen. jars. Damn it. Okay. I can do this. Hello. Monsieur Marcus or the into this. Oh! Oh shit. They heard that. Excuse me. Starting to get a little bit of a headache. But I think it's because I haven't hydrated enough today. When last I went to Little Caesars, I bought a 2-liter brisk iced tea. That helps. You know what? I'm gonna go with the latest autosave because I don't think coming over here actually helped me with anything.
It seems David has a flair for choosing his people, Mr. Jensen. You have done me a great service today.
Glad I could help. Couldn't let information about something as sensitive as the Hyron project get in the hands of the wrong people.
No. No, we couldn't. So, Meng Yao told you about the project, I see.
A little.
I'm afraid words can't do it justice. To fully comprehend the ramifications of what's been created in Panchaea, you'd have to see it for yourself. And who knows? Perhaps one day you will.
He seems to have gas pistons in his arms. Damn. I had a feeling that might not be my best move, but... So was That's Brisk Baby like the slogan? The only thing I remember of Brisk was, and I'm pretty sure I'm remembering correctly, the snowman mascot they had at one point.
Come the thing. I saw that.
Damn. There has to be a way. I could just sneak past them. I just don't want to. It's at this point that I do wish that I had more battery power. Oh yeah, didn't Brisk have a deal going with Celebrity Deathmatch?
You're a dead man!
Okay, my arrow keys are not... I kept pressing the stealth button. And the arrows on my D-pad were not... I just remember that Celebrity Deathmatch was the claymation thing for a while. Beyond, like, the sun-made raisins. Oh! Shit, that dude really didn't notice. California reasons, whatever, man. Worked out pretty well. Too bad I don't remember where the weapons dealer is. Not that it matters, I've got more money than I know what to do with. Ah, I wouldn't have been able to just get in anyway.
Access granted.
That's a lot of arrows.
Access granted.
They have a whole lot of devices.
Access granted. How badly less than last time DH wants me to assign another job to you. No women involved this time, so I guess he figures you can't mess it up. Jobs and offer Hengsha, client's name Officer Chow Yong Fa. Paid merchandise, not cash.
So this is the guy that failed to get the payment from that nice gal that we helped out. Stealthy. That's a lot of dudes. No, they'll hear that. But no one heard
Access granted.
Besides the usual Asian Madogs, the BT boys dropped off a Beauty Seraph series arm with modified combat chassis, and the bastard uses microcharges to propel the shrapnel. They've even figured out how to beat the backpass problem. Oh shit, they've taken Savchenko's arm.
Access granted.
Laser rifle battery. Holy shit. It's fucking rad. No air vents. The usual MO is, not necessarily gonna work this time.
find what all this was. Not what I meant to do.
Well, that takes care of that. Alright, well, we're gonna go ahead and call this an episode. I'm gonna take a little break. I've got a bit of a headache. But that could be dehydration. Anyway, catch you all soon. Bye-bye.